Hey viewers, if you would like to get too soon trending news videos, please subscribe to our channel, Update News America, and stay with us. Todd Chrisley has been all over the headlines lately. He finally spoke out for the first time since landing behind bars, his very first interview. While it is all Chrisley knows best, fans are talking about Brian Entin, the reporter, reveals he's getting some pushback for even doing the interview. In fact, Brian took to X, formerly Twitter, just 48 hours ago to reveal he was getting a lot of backlash for the interview. Namely, the biggest question people had for him was simple: why did he bother to interview Todd Chrisley? Over on Reddit, fans of Chrisley Knows Best are discussing Brian getting pushback for the interview. More specifically, was the interview a mistake? Did he commit career suicide? Keep reading for the details. Interviewing Todd Chrisley, career suicide for Brian Entin. Sharing a link to Brian's tweet, one individual on Reddit clued everyone into the fact that he was getting pushback for the interview. The OP clarified that Brian Entin was turning into a gossip reporter, and that was the real problem. Brian penned in his tweet about it: "I've gotten some heat about my Todd Chrisley interview from prison. Why do I care about a rich guy in prison? For me, it's about what he says is happening to non-violent prisoners behind bars." Defending himself against the heat, Brian explained that interviewing Todd Chrisley was hardly about the reality TV star at all. Interviewing Todd was simply because people would listen to what he had to say. After all, he was a rich and famous man. No follow-through with gossip interview. On Reddit, several fans explained the reason they took issue with the interview. Turns out it had nothing to do with Todd Chrisley. The issue was Brian Entin didn't do any investigating or reporting. Todd spilled gossip and Brian listened. Fans argue he should have pushed back and asked for more examples. Likewise, fans believe he should have acquired some sort of proof of the blackmail story Todd spoke of during the interview. One frustrated fan vented: "My problem with his interview is he didn't challenge much of anything, which makes it more gossip than anything. Regarding the picture and blackmail, what have they done to run down the blackmailer? Photographs and electronic communications always have tracking information in it. Here's what other fans had to say about it: if this blackmail allegation is true, then why didn't they report it or set up a sting operation with a private investigator?" Used to respect Brian's reporting. He always seemed to be thorough and unbiased. This so beneath him. I quite disappointed and will not be listening to the interview. He's an awful reporter. I guess he could be a pop culture reporter, but he is so far from a serious one. Was Todd Chrisley good press for him though? Now Brian Entin has received a lot of pushback for the interview. He, however, is also all over the headlines right now because of the very same interview people are criticizing. This interview was a big deal because it was Todd's very first interview since being behind bars. So was it career suicide, or did it put him on the map?